Hello, everyone. This is the East Coast Economic Update for February the 5th, 2010. Just a few things I want you to observe. The first thing is the unemployment rate. Yes, the unemployment rate dropped to 9.7%, but I'm going to let Carl Dedinger, who is going to be listed here in my info box, do the job for me. He pulls out the actual charts that are located with the data at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and shows you that well, there's less and less people working, and there's less and less people actually uh, having the potential to work, having the skill sets to work, and it's in their own data. So I'll let you review that. Secondly, in the same line, the Bloomberg indicated that the U.S. customer credit has shrunk for the 11th month straight, and they're saying because on lack of job growth. The reason why people are uh, uh, have shrunk credit is because people are paying down or paying off their credit cards because they know because either they have 30% interest, or every time they pay down their credit card, the balance shrinks down to to what they paid off. So I mean, it's self fulfilling. The banks do not want you, the average American person, as a customer anymore. Eventually, they're going to make it even more impossible, even though they have done a bang up job ruining any possibility of you wanting to put your money in a savings account or a CD. But first, they want to try to wipe you down and force you into a position where you are going to pay off your credit cards, whether you like it or not. The Bloomberg makes it sound like people are nervous about losing their jobs. That may be part of the reason, but the truth is, people are being forced not to use credit. People have been subliminally and overtly, basically, forced not to use their credit cards. So it's just the way it is. So I just wanted to pass that on. Um, Thirdly, um, if you're living here in New York, you're starting to hear a lot of stuff here because we have a lot of commercial real estate, big commercial buildings in the billions of dollars. So far, we've had three major defaults on, in some cases, I think, I want to say $4 billion buildings. A lot of them were built after World War II for lower and for middle class and lower middle class people, particularly for firemen, police officers, so they keep people in the city. And these buildings were basically bought up in early 2005 and 2006, and a lot of the tenants were forced out either. Well, not a lot of them, but a lot of them had been tried to be forced out by either being tricked or being offered money or questioning their lease agreement. Well, now all these homes are now in the possession of the creditors, and now no one even knows if the electricity is going to be left on a lot of these buildings. So I leave you with an article about the defaults in commercial real estate. Charles Salente said last year that the commercial real estate will be the next big shoe to fall. This is a slow-moving shoe because you've got a lot of people, well, in the cases of at least two of the three, the owners of the buildings who had taken out these loans had just walked away from the buildings. One actually just went into default and actually went into full foreclosure. He didn't wait to just hand it over to the creditors. So finally, which I find fascinating, is Hubble telescope, Hubble Space Telescope, got some beautiful pictures of Neptune. I'm sorry, of Pluto. But what's even more fascinating is that Pluto, for the first time, its frozen surface is become liquefied. Now, and Neptune, they've also indicated that Neptune has also become more liquid, and you could see more. It used to be a greenish tint because it was frozen, basically mostly frozen water and ammonia and whatever other gases it had in a liquid state. And now that is in a liquid state, and the sun is pretty far away that it really can't do much of an effect. It hasn't done much of an effect as far as we meaning the science world has observed in the last 200 years. Um, so there's a question of what's heating this thing up. It has to have a heating source. There has to be some other star or sun or heat source that is causing the outermost planets. And I'm sorry, but Pluto is a dwarf planet, but I still consider it a planet. It's outer, these outer two, planet and planetoid are becoming, their surfaces are becoming liquefied, and they were frozen for a very long time. So what's going on here? Also, don't forget that the sun's sunspot activity has been at a almost null to a minimum since 2008, and we can see that going, in the last couple of months with England being inundated by snow, Russia being in probably the coldest it's been since the 19th century, and of course the Mid-Atlantic states are now going to get hit with almost 2 feet of snow, which is unprecedented in its 50 or 75-year history of tracking weather. So the sun is not generating a lot of heat here, guys. So I'm wondering what's going on. I leave it to you and your imagination of what it could be. So I leave you with those items, and I leave you with much peace. The newsletter, and I will leave the newsletter email up. I'm sorry, over there. Will be going out today, sometime this afternoon. I don't have control over that. It may have already gone out. I don't know. So you'll be getting it if you've subscribed very shortly. If you want to subscribe, it's free. I and a number of other people, put in different perspectives, and we use a different venue to, express ourselves in a written form versus this. So anyway, so that's it. I appreciate your comments, and thanks for all your support. Peace.